cual me voy. El ferro, el Porsche, la C3 o el Rolls Royce. El bote parqueado en San Croix, viviendo la vida como si se va a acabar hoy. Yo, tranquilo en la mía es que estoy. El Richard Zafiro, Dios más los bendiga. Mis hijos no nacerán otro como Floyd. Las baby le llegan, los míos al día no le falta nada. Las guaguas son negras, están todas blindadas. Tú ronca allá afuera, aquí tú no eres nada. Porque mi tiempo me vale dinero. No te asustes si te enseño todos los ceros. La vida me bendijo porque me mero. Soy mi jefe, so hago lo que yo quiero. Aquí arriba no llegan. Tú sabes que aquí es real. Me venga a afrontar. Pregúntale al banquero, son 3 melones semanal. No existe quien me va a parar. Se juntaron todos para quererme frenar. Saludo a la federal y a la estatal. Cambié todas las válvulas ya que pueden barbulear. Yo sé que no va a cambiar. Lo que se viraron que le vaya mal.
With the MLB draft already underway, a young prospect shares his expectations with a former coach.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers. I'm talking to my sources and my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
That Sammy's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming. This definitely feels like a reach to me. I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter. I'm guessing the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. What about you, Jim Callis? Was this a head-scratcher or the reach of the draft, as some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher? What are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways. And they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you could trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them. And they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
A minor league manager checks in with one of his players to discuss a launch plan for the young man's development.
Rolling along with the podcast and back on the prospect who's divided the scouting community, I am opposed to this belief that he went too high. I really think he could be a steal here. This is a guy who's got so much development left to do. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch. There is so much untapped potential so far for this guy. I'm excited to see what he becomes. And certainly as he gets started actually playing, actually being in games, we're going to be able to talk to some other folks who get a better read on him and see what they think. I'm excited for that. And frankly, I'm going to have my eye on him for a while.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Central. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Wichita Wind Surge. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Now at the plate is Gabriel Maciel, and we are set for baseball here this evening. No balls and one strike.
First pitch, 7:36.
The windup and the 0-1. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
And as he punches him out there, he collects his first AA strikeout.
Well, I'm sure that feels good, and maybe he'll keep the ball or something, but you know his sights are set on a lot higher than AA ball. Figuring out how to strike out a lot more guys at this level as he progresses in the minors will be one of the keys for him reaching the big leagues.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Right side. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. 2 down, no one on base. And up next, Royce Lewis.
The shortstop, Royce.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. So a fairly painless top of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Now into the box, Jimmy Kerrigan. He'll get us started in the top of the 2nd.
The designated hitter, Jimmy.
Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Now a changeup is bounced to 2nd. On the 1st, and there's 1 gone here to start the 2nd. So next to bat will be Trey Cabbage.
Batting 5th, the right fielder, Trey Cabbage.
First pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
A swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
So now to the plate, Jose Miranda. As he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Here we go, boys.
Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Now at the plate, Caleb Hamilton. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third.
Caleb Hamilton.
No balls and a strike to count.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the left field line and deep.
His heart sank right there when that ball met the bat, but just had him out front just enough to give him another shot at potentially putting him away.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Up next, Michael Park, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
Michael Park.
And now the first pitch. Third inning, no score to this point. High in the air out to center field. Marquez is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Next, it'll be Mark Contreras. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Now here it comes. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. All set for the start of the inning, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Gabriel Maciel.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Maciel is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
The batter, number 7.
At the plate now, Joe Cronin.
Joe Cronin.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Next to dig in, Royce Lewis. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
Line drive to left. Denton able to track it down for the 3rd out. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And we are tied 0-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jimmy Kerrigan. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fouled off.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
The windup and the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So now to the plate, Trey Cabbage looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding his zone.
A 1 pitch on its way. Strike 2 up in the zone.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Next to stand in is Jose Miranda. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.